It is now fully and completely backfired on Republicans in the state of Tennessee. I'll give you a little bit of context as to the background on this in case you missed some of the story, and then get to what I mean. So you had in the Tennessee State House of Representatives 3 Democratic lawmakers who, in the wake of the devastating Nashville mass shooting, protested on the House floor the inaction of Republicans on the issue of gun violence. And through this process, this protest, while peaceful, broke decorum rules, right? They weren't recognized to speak, and they were disrupting and all that. And much more severe things have been done in the Tennessee State House of Representatives, but it didn't matter. Republicans took that as an opportunity to expel 2 out of 3 of the Democratic lawmakers who are being referred to as the Tennessee Three. And that is Justin J. Pearson and Justin Jones. And now, excuse me, you have, as I talked about yesterday on the David Pakman show, Justin Jones being reinstated by the Nashville Metropolitan Council. And then you have Justin J. Pearson, as we're going to talk about today, being reinstated by the Shelby County Board of Commissioners. And so the respective legislative bodies responsible for picking the interim representative whenever an expulsion like this happens until an election is held, picked the very people that were expelled. It's great to see. And that's the first way that this is backfired. The second is, what was the real reason they expelled Justin Pearson and Justin Jones? It wasn't just the breaking of the rules, right? This peaceful protest, okay, you do some action to make clear that this wasn't what they were supposed to be doing, but you expel them, again, as I say, when much more severe things have been done in the past in the Tennessee State House of Representatives that didn't get an expulsion. This definitely doesn't warrant an expulsion. These types of rules are broken all the time. So then what was the real reason? What they were protesting about, right? The reason they were disrupting was to call attention to the inaction of Republicans. And that is why this became a focus. That is why they expelled the 2 Justins. And they were trying to silence their voice on this. And if that was the motivation, it has definitely gone completely wrong for them, because more attention has been given to, yes, the Tennessee Three, and most importantly, what they were calling attention to, which again is the way that Republicans in the state of Tennessee and nationwide stand in the way of. They don't just not support, but they actively work against the very solutions to the problem that we experience in a unique way in our country compared to other developed countries, a uniquely bad way in relation to gun violence. And so now that is getting even more attention. They have even larger megaphones than they ever would have before. So with all that being said, here's the news that I'm referring to.
We have breaking news out of Memphis. That is the inside of the room where county commissioners have just voted to reinstate Justin Pearson, to send him back to the State House. You can see some of the cheering going on there. There were shouts of Justin, Justin. NBC's Katie Beck has been watching.
And then I'll show you, this is just awesome. Justin J. Pearson responding to this with a bunch of supporters.
There's a different vision for Tennessee. There's a different vision for the South. There's a different vision for these United States of America. And I believe it's a vision of the people who've been pushed to the periphery, coming to the well. I believe that it's a vision of the people who've been marginalized, coming to the well. I believe it is a vision of people who've been ostracized, coming to the well. See, I see white folk and black folk. I see queer folk and straight folk. I see rich folk and poor folk coming from the block to the well of ours, demanding justice right now, not tomorrow, but right now. Justice right now. And it is this movement that's going to change this country. It's this movement.
There it is, and we will definitely be seeing Justin Pearson, Justin Jones, Gloria Johnson, and hopefully many others in the state of Tennessee and nationwide, calling attention to the fact that it's not that we don't have solutions to the problem that we face in this country. Again, unlike any other developed country on this planet. It's that we don't have enough people who will get behind those solutions. Now, we've been hearing from some, anti-gun control people who will say, what do you think? You're ever going to have no gun violence? How about we just try to have less? Let's start with that. And that we have solutions to. We do know how we can decrease gun violence based on policies in other countries and based on policies in this country in state to state comparisons. And so if we could just, yes, invest in mental health, yes, invest in communities generally, and lift everyone up, and that, economically will have an impact on crime across the board. And yes, make sure schools are secure. And also, you can't ignore the big, obvious, clear, present difference between us and these other countries that don't experience this gun violence, and that's the amount of and regulation of guns. And so credit to Justin Pearson, Justin Jones, Gloria Johnson, being the Tennessee Three, and many others who are calling attention to that, because it's going to take, as was being mentioned there by Justin J. Pearson, it's going to take a movement to make this change. And we're done. We're done just sitting and waiting and hoping. Clearly, we have to defeat politically this ideology and anyone who stands by it that says we can't touch, in terms of regulation, the guns. And we have to win so that we can protect lives with common sense policies.